What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy IK, the Infinite King. We are back for another Destiny 2 news video. Let's see what we got cooking this week. Your boy couldn't do too much last week. Had some life stuff going on, but we back this week. And now that I'm back, we got some more news videos. So let's get cracking. All right, boom. What we got? Let's see. Destiny 2 update 9.7.0.1 activities conquest fix an issue in master conquest conductor's keep where players were spawning at an incorrect point in the activity. This activity has now been re-enabled. Okay. Raids Pantheon fix an issue where objective directions were missing in an activity. That's not good. Fix an issue where Callus was occasionally granting clemency to players and not sending them to the psionic nightmare, aka the Shadow Realm. They acknowledged that the Shadow Realm. Wow. They don't. It's like they don't care anymore. It's just like we're just gonna say shit however we want to, causing the encounter to become soft lock. That's not good. Fix an issue where the consecrated mine encounter would not spawn enemies correctly if the battalion's feat was enabled. Dungeons fix an issue where hidden chest rewards were not matching selected difficulty across multiple dungeons. Fix an issue where the final encounter of the Shattered Throne was not dropping the Wish Ender Catalyst. Oh no. Well, that's fixed. So hit the Shattered Throne, get the Wish Ender Catalyst. Fire team ops fix an issue in Savathûn Spire where a soft lock could occur during the shielded ogre encounter by unblocking the bells too quickly. Pinnacle ops fix an issue in Kel's Fall where players could get soft lock during the boss fight by dying too close to the entrance door and respawning on the other side. Oh, no. Gameplay and investment armor fix an issue where some exotic armor acquired before the release of Monument of Triumph could have less available energy for armor mods than intended. Note, this change only applies to non-collections post the Edge of Fate exotics. In other words, players should not expect armor that does not have an assigned stat archetype to gain an additional energy, nor should they expect any exotics they pull from collections to have additional energy. Basically, to get around stuff like this, just go to Xur and focus, like just do an actual focus for the exotic that you might want if it's like armor. As long as you have an exotic engram, I believe, and some other materials, you should be able to get, like a armor piece, and it should have the slots that you might want to put like that extra mods and anything on there. Fix an issue where hazardous propulsions Exodus rockets would not fire more than once per life when using Rally Barricade without the shield burst aspect equipped. Fix an issue where the Shattered Throne 4-piece set bonus Truth to Power increase the damage players take. Weapons. Fix an issue where the Dawning Sword Zephyr rolled with right column traits in the left column. These perks will be updated in place to what would have rolled using the intended left column perk list first, okay? Fix an issue where Collective Obligations Catalyst will only progress via the kinetic slots equipped weapon kills instead of Collective Obligation itself. That's weird. Fix an issue where certain craftable weapons couldn't have their gear tier increased. Fix an issue where tier 5 weapon drops from Pit of Heresy were missing an origin trait. Abilities, Titan, Howl of the Storm, Aspect, fix an issue where Howl of the Storm was not using the right type of stasis freeze on boss combatants. Hunter, Golden Gun Super, deleted. Fix an issue where damaging frozen boss combatants with Celestial Nighthawk, Golden Gun was multiplying damage to the heavens. Yeah, just take the class, right? Just take Hunters. Just take them. Pack them up, right? Put them in a box. And ship them all out to the Winnower. Actually, no, because then the Winnower might actually give them more powers. No, just delete them. Just delete them, please. Warlock, Heat Rises Aspect. Fix a bug where Heat Rises wasn't providing the expected initial directional acceleration to strafe and balance glide. Artifact, fix an issue that caused the weaken clear mod to overheat blasters when triggered instead of clearing their heat. Power and progression, fix the power level of gear from base Barrel Racing League rewards. Fix an issue where Arena Ops could sometimes guarantee holofoils through bonus focus. So I don't think that's a problem. That's not an issue. What's wrong with that? Quests and Pursuits. Change Eris' weekly slow wave disruption bounty reward to a guaranteed tier 5 moon weapon. Nice. No longer grants Hymn of Desecration due to its lack of function after the moon reward pool updates. Updated Hymn of Desecration item description to let you know that it's safe to dismantle. Fix access to Xenophage Quest The Journey for players who had full consumables inventory when they opened the chest to receive the Strange Hive tablet. Affected players will now have access to the quest the next time they talk to Eris on the moon. Identity and expression. The Automata shader included in the recently released Cut and Drape shader pack will now properly appear in the shader selection list and can be equipped. The Olivaceous shader from the Monument of I'd almost died trying to say that. The Olivaceous shader from the Monument of Triumph will now have its intended appearance rather than that of the winning look shader. And its inventory icon has also been updated to correspond to the expected appearance. The Digiteal shader from the Dawning 2025 will now have its intended appearance again rather than that of the new Old City shader. Its inventory icon was not impacted by this issue and remains as it was. The Polar Wolf set for Hunters inadvertently had the Eared Helm version added to the pack for sale in the Eververse, causing it to randomly give 5 of the 6 ornaments of the set when opened. This has been fixed, and all 6 pieces will now be granted when purchasing. Okay. I guess it's like certain adjustments you can make to certain ornaments, like armor stuff. Hunters who purchased this set since Monument of Triumph launch can visit the special deliveries kiosk in the tower to claim the missing 6 ornament from their purchase. The Spinnered weapon ornament for Cold Shadow Exotic will now appear in the seasonal tab for the Eververse for players who have acquired it. As of June 23rd, it will move to show for all players. Cold Shadow is a fantastic fusion rifle that doubles as a glaive. It's like necrotic glaive. It's really sick. Hush Practice, a no music version of the positive practice emote that matches the original shipped version, has been added to the special deliveries kiosk. Owners of the positive practice emote can claim this version there for free. Fix an issue where the Covert Ranger's cloak cape was cut off below the shoulders. Okay. General, fix gating on NLS courier ship from Spider so any character who has completed the Renegades campaign quest can now pick it up. The ship will be unavailable if you have not completed the campaign on the current character. Change the armor sets available on the Whirlpool engram to TechSec, Swordmaster, and Bushido sets. Nice. So if you don't have those sets, they are now part of the Whirlpool engram. Cool. So definitely get them, especially TechSec. Actually, TechSec, Swordmaster, all 3 of these sets are really good. But Bushido with Swordmaster is pretty good, especially if you're using a lightsaber and or a Praxic blade. And Ferropotent as well. Ferropotent and Bushido for PvP. Armor Synthesis Bounties completion has been reset to give players an initial 10 available. Players will continue to be able to complete 1 additional bounty per week per class going forward. Tessellation, the exotic weapon for the Year of the Final Shape, will now correctly state that only the regular version of that expansion is needed to be able to purchase the weapon from the Monument of Lost Lights rather than the annual edition. Fix an issue where some players were receiving persistent Stingray error codes when attempting to log in. Updated the descriptions for some of achievements to accurately describe their completion requirements. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Destiny 2 update for today, June 16th, 2026. And for me, it's been your boy, IK, the Infinite King. Thank you so much for watching. If you've gotten this far in the video, please like, comment, subscribe for your boy. Help me out. Let's build a little community here. You know what I'm saying? Get a little something going. As always, everybody, tell somebody that you care about that you love them. Because tomorrow ain't guaranteed, but today will be hype. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later, y'all. Peace.